Welcome. In this video, we're going to be going over the basic tools of UModeler X to create a bed frame with a mattress, pillows, and blankets. The first thing that you want to do is head over to the UModeler X toolbar at the top of your screen and select the new object icon. Next, you want to go ahead and click on the box tool, and you want to draw out the shape in the space that you want the box to be in. You can adjust the box as needed. Next, we're going to select the Inset tool and draw a shape within the face. Next, what we're going to do is select that face and hold down Shift and pull on the Y axis, and we're going to extrude up, and we're going to use the scale tool to extrude out, and then we're going to extrude up again so that we can create the top of the bed frame. Next, what we're going to do is select the polyline tool. We're going to use the polyline tool to click on an edge, and then we're going to click on the other edge, and what that's going to do is create a new face. We're going to select that face and extrude up. Next, we're going to go to our slice tool, and we're going to position the slice tool in an angle to where it aligns the edge of the bed, and we're going to create two slices here. And what we're going to do is do split only, and then we're going to click cut, and then we're going to do it again for both sides of the bed. Then what we're going to do is select the vertices in the center, and then select all the vertices along the top so that we can realign the bed properly, and so we can adjust the height of the overall bed frame. Perfect. All right. And so next, what we want to do is simply select the entire frame of the bed and move it off of the ground. Great. So the next thing we want to do is head over to our new object tool, and we're going to select the capsule tool. Now what we want to do is create a capsule shape and pull it up when we click and draw. Now we're going to go into the face mode, and bringing this up a little, we want to select the bottom faces so that we can delete those faces. They are unneeded. Great. We'll pull it down, and we're going to move it into the position at the edge of the bed frame. Great. Now we're going to select the vertices of the top of this leg, and we're going to collapse them down by scaling. Then we're going to select this leg, and we're going to do a Control-C, Control-V to duplicate, and we're going to move it in position. Then we're going to go back into vertice mode and go ahead and select and move those up to the top of the bed frame. Then we're going to go ahead and select both of these and duplicate them and move them to the opposite side. Okay, so now what we want to do is create our mattress. So what we're going to do is create a new object using our box tool. We're going to draw the shape on top of the frame and pull up. Next, what we're going to do is go into edge mode, and we're going to select all the edges of the mattress, and we're going to go into our tool section to select the bevel. Now we're going to adjust our bevel so that it will look a little bit more rounder around those edges there. Great. And so we notice that it's not all the way up. So what we're going to do is select our vertices and just move those vertices closer to the headboard. All right, great. So next, what we want to do is create a new object. We're going to use our box tool, and we're going to pull this a little here, and then we're going to extrude using the shift and drag, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And so what we're going to do now is move our blanket into position, and we're going to use the modifiers that UModeler X has. So the modifiers are located here. We're just going to do first a subdivide in subdivisions of 1, and then actually we're going to use 2. And then what we're going to do is do another modifier, and we're going to do the FFD 3 modifier. And what this does is allows you to modify a mesh without actually modifying the actual mesh's vertices. So it creates its own set of vertices in a way that you can manipulate the overall shape of the mesh. All right, great. So it's starting to take shape. Well, the next modifier we're going to use is the Decimate modifier. And the Decimate modifier is simply, it allows you to reduce the poly count of your game object. But for our use cases, not only are we reducing, but we are making it look a bit more low poly. Next, what we're going to do is go ahead and duplicate this blanket and then scale it to make it look a little smaller. Awesome. So next, what we're going to do is create our pillow. And what we're going to do is create a new object. We're going to create a square or a rectangle. And what we're going to do is use the loop tool to create a loop around our box. And then what we're going to do is select all of the edges and scale them out so we can have a general shape of a pillow. We're going to then select all faces and then go to the add group and select subdivide, and then go to the modifiers and select subdivide. Once we go to the modifier, we're going to do another modifier, which is the FFD3. And what we're going to do is now shape our pillow in a way to where it looks a bit more classical, like your typical pillow. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and shape our pillow. You can make the shape any way that you like, but here for the most part, we're going to go ahead and bring in the edges from the left, the top, and the sides. Great. So next, what we're going to do is go and do a decimate on our pillow to make it look a bit more low poly and bring down the faces of the pillow. And then we're simply going to select it and move it into position on the bed. Great. And so what we're going to do is go into a rotation mode, and we're going to go ahead and move our pillow into position against the headboard. We're going to then do a duplicate, and then we're going to rotate our pillow here and go ahead and put it into position on the bed frame. Great. Now you have a full bed ready to be used in your Unity project, and it was all created using UModelerX.